Hey DC Nation, what's going on? It's Brent Richardson. You might remember me from when I auditioned to be co-host of DC All Access, as I was featured on DC All Access twice during that time period. There's an inset box of me there, and also there, I don't know where I'm going to end up putting it. It was pretty cool. It was a short little thing on DC All Access, but I was on there twice. It may not have been because I was the best, or just because I wore a Batman mask and did goofy things, but whatever got me featured on DC All Access, it's a really cool thing and something I hold with honor. And now here I am yet again trying to audition to be a correspondent at San Diego Comic-Con this year. You can see since my last audition to be co-host, I've started working at Star Labs, and while it's a really cool place to be, the Dr. Harrison Wells guy, he was cool at first, he's starting to get a little weird and off now, so I'm thinking I might need to change of pace in terms of employment before things get really bad. So just think of it this way. You wouldn't only be fulfilling my dream and sending me to Comic-Con and letting me correspond for DC All Access, but you may in fact be saving my life as well, so take that into account as we talk about this. Last video I did a lot of kind of goofy things and quirky things with editing tricks and fun in-set interviews. And while I have a lot of that I still want to do, a lot of personality I want to show, I'm going to save a little bit of that for the top 8, should I be lucky and fortunate enough to make it. But in this initial tape, I'm going to try to strip it down a little bit and just give you a look and insight into me as a person and not me as a character, and what this means truly to me. Ever since I was a kid, going to Comic-Con was like my ultimate dream. I'd sit there and people would be into sports or whatever and be like, oh, I want to be on the football team, I want to be like a sports star one day, I want to do this. And my thing was always, I want to go to Comic-Con. Like, that was it. It was simple. And back then it wasn't super cool. I know it's like a cool thing now to be a nerd and to be into DC. But back when I was a kid, you know, you were kind of ridiculed for it a little bit. And that was never an issue with me. That never deterred me. But people didn't really understand my dream. And it's cool that they do now. And I love that. And I love that I finally have the opportunity to finally make it come true. It's just meant so much to me for so long. And as I've gotten older in my adult years, I've really just come to realize that working at or for DC in some capacity is really what I'd like to do with my life. And I know this isn't a full-time job, it's just going and doing a little bit of correspondent work, but it would really just take my one dream from childhood and my dream now and blend them together in the most amazing way and be the start of just achieving everything I've ever worked for and hoped for in my life. And it would be a super cool thing. I'm not sitting here trying to pander and make anyone feel bad for me. I know this is also about showing how big of a fan you are, so I will take a quick minute here to showcase some of my collection, just to show that I am a fan and I don't just want to go to Comic-Con. Every year during Comic-Con, I just sit there and I watch the coverage, and I wish so much that I was there. And the coverage that I really pay the most attention to, the only attention to really, is anything involving DC. What new movie announcements are being made. Last year when they were unveiling all the costumes for Batman vs. Superman was a really amazing thing. Talking about Flash pilots, screening animated films, the original animated films, Arrow trailers, Gotham announcements, like that's the stuff that really matters to me on a comic level, announcing major storylines, panels talking about who's coming back, where, who's working on what books. A lot of people are like, oh, I got to go to Comic-Con and see these panels with these major Hollywood stars or television shows. And that stuff isn't what Comic-Con's about to me. What Comic-Con is about is comic books in this industry, and DC specifically. The people that I've always wished to see is Jeff Johns, Jim Lee, Ivan Reyes, guys like that. That's what matters to me in this format. And just being able to be there and correspond on a level where I'm talking to people like that, if I'm lucky enough to talk to some of the people from DC television shows or movies, or even if I'm just on the floor talking to the fans and talking to people with as much passion and love for this product as I have, that would be such an amazing and humbling experience for me. I'm not asking you to put me through to the finals. I'm not saying I'm the best on camera and the best correspondent. I have all this great long history, because I don't, but I feel like I have the potential, and I know that I have the passion and the love for this product. I'm not telling you I deserve to go to the end right now, because that's not what this additional stage is about. This is about the top 8, and in a sense this is my Jeff Johns cold calling Richard Donner moment. I'm asking you for a chance. I'm asking you for a shot. Put me through to the top 8. Let me show you on a week-to-week basis, up till its finals of this competition, that I'm the most passionate, that it means the most to me, and this is what I want more than anything. I haven't been able to think about anything else since I heard about this, and I really hope to see you all again very soon in the top 8.